Hey there, I'm Joseph, your Web3 dev, and welcome to this video talking about the Lit protocol and more specifically Lit Actions CLI Tool. By the end of this video, I will show you how you can create your own Lit Actions and how to understand them at least a little bit better than what you're doing right now. If you're new to Lit protocol, here's a description from their own documentation about what they are and how we can use them. Lit protocol lets you create and manage distributed cryptographic key pairs for condition-based encryption and programmatic signing. A decentralized key management network, Lit can be used in place of centralized key custodians and other key management solutions. Now let's jump into the intro of Lit Actions, and from here we can quick start by following these two guides. Hello world with Lit Actions, using Lit Actions for access control. We have the Get Lit CLI tool, and then we also have two example implementations that we can get started with and learn at least a little bit more. But let's go through the overview of Lit Actions as well. In their own words, they are JavaScript programs that can be used to specify signing and authentication logic for PKPs. PKPs stands for Programmable Key Pairs. So when using conjunction with PKPs, Lit Actions are functionally serverless functions with their own private key pairs. That's pretty cool. I will show you how to tag along and how to follow the documentation step by step. So let's jump straight into the CLI tool and start by installing Get Lit globally on our laptop. So let's run this command right here. Once it's done, we can use the Get Lit command to see the other commands that we can use. And we can also use Get Lit help to get the same results right here. Now the first thing we want to do is to initialize a new Lit project, and we can do that by using Get Lit action. But for this case, I'm gonna create a new directory and do everything in that specific directory. Let's name it Lit Actions, and then cd into this newly created folder. And in here, let's do Get Lit Actions action. So we can just hit enter and install the project within the current directory. And there we have it. We just installed Lit Actions within our project. And if we run ls, we can see that we have Lit Actions right here, and we can open it in Visual Studio Code by using code dot. By running get lit actions, we created this Lit Actions folder, and by default we have this hello world actions. We can see it within main. And as I said, actions are basically JavaScript programs and functions that let us use PKPs. And from here, this default function, we are declaring this type sign data with an array of numbers. And then we declare this const variable hello world. And we're using ASCII codes. So these numbers will actually type hello world. By using these numbers, we can print that. And then we use Lit Actions and sign ECDSA to encrypt this, and we're sending these parameters, and by the end we will console log these sigshare results and see hello world. Let's go back to the terminal, and we can see right here we have get lit build. This will build your Lit action. So let's run get lit build, and this is something the Lit protocol developers have added just to make sure you do a few steps. So there's a validation error. We must have required property name. And please fix the error within this file. So it's gonna be in source foo.action.ts. So let's open Visual Studio Code. Let's go to foo, and there we have this should be name. Let's run this command once again, and there it is successfully. Now we can actually test this action, and we can do it by running get lit test. And you can see that here as well. If you ever forget this, just type get lit or get lit help, and you can see these commands right here. So test a Lit action. But before we do that, when we build this get lit, we got this out folder. So we can see it right here. If we create new actions, which I will show you how you can do it, we still need to run get lit build in order for that new action to be within the output folder as well. I will show you exactly what I mean. So we go back and we run get lit. Let me fix this typo. It's gonna be get lit test. And we have a configuration file appears to be incorrect. Alternatively, we can run get lit setup. So let's do that and see what happens. So this popped up in my browser. Let's connect MetaMask and see what happens. So switch to Lit protocol network. So here we get this auth sig, and we also get our PKP. So by clicking here, we're going to select it right here, and that's gonna fix everything automatically. We can close this window, But don't forget that you have this free Lit link from the Lit faucet. So if you don't have any Lit, make sure you get some from here. Otherwise, hit OK and we close this one. So we go back to our terminal and we can see successfully your authsig and PKP public key have been saved to your config file. Awesome. That was very quickly and very easy to do. Now let's run get lit test once again, and we can see that now we can actually choose one of the actions. Let's choose foo and see what happens. And scroll up a little bit. So this is what we want to see. We get success true from all the nodes, which is exactly what we want to see. Now let's say we want to create a new action, our own action. Let's see how we can do it. So we use get lit, and we can see that if we use get lit, then add the name, we can create a new lit action. So let's do get lit new, and I'm gonna name it Joseph, and then go back to Visual Studio Code. And I can see that I have a new action right here, but we can't see it in the output folder. That's because we need to run the build command as well. So let's go back to the terminal and do get lit build, and then go back here, and there we have it inside the output folder once again. So if we do get lit test, we can see the Joseph action here as well, and we can try this out if we want to. So that's pretty straightforward how you can create this. And that's also the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned a little bit more about the Lit protocol and Lit Actions CLI tool. If you have any questions, their Discord is the best way for asking, and I will link their Discord below this video. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.